Burlington Mayor Marianne Meed Ward is on our couch with an update of what's going on in the city. Thanks for joining us, and nice to see you in person.
Great to be here, and really nice to be in person.
Yes, and without masks. City
Yes.
of Burlington, released their mask mandate.
We did. We initiated it November 28th, just before Christmas, when there was a huge surge in cases. It was kind of a triple threat. There was RSV, there was flu, there was Omicron still, of course, and we saw a 44% increase in employee sick time. And this was really starting to impact our ability to deliver services. So the city's #1 goal is making sure we have a healthy and safe environment for our employees. We brought in the requirement just for our staff to wear masks. But we always said, look, we'll follow the data. If the numbers change, then that will be lifted. And that, sure enough, that's what happened. And so the requirement to wear masks was lifted on January 8th, as we had predicted.
Okay. Big waterfront decision in Burlington. Made you very happy.
Nice way to start the new year. It's round one of a very long journey, goes to the city, yay. And the decision from the Ontario Land Tribunal on the waterfront proposal, it's 2 towers, 30 and 35 stories. And they decided that the application was made on the date that the city received a complete application. And that date is critically important because it is after the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing moved the Urban Growth Centre and the major transit station area designations from downtown to the GO station. And those 2 designations were relied on, including in this case, to justify overdevelopment. It's something that we've been working on and fighting for a long time. We finally had that happen. So that takes a huge part of their justification out of their ability to argue that. So this is a huge victory for us. We're not out of the woods by any means yet. There will be a hearing. And experts will present their evidence, and the tribunal will ultimately decide if this is good planning. But that is a significant win for the city.
And for people who aren't aware of that proposed building or disputed building, is on the site of a hotel at the moment?
There's the Waterfront Hotel and parking lot. It's right beside Spencer Smith Park. So it is a gem of a property. It's a very significant key location in the city, and we have to get it right. And the council unanimously rejected their proposal. That's why they appealed us to the tribunal. It is overdevelopment, and it's not the right plan for that place. So we're going to fight it and encourage them to come back with something that's more reasonable for that area.
Because it's not that you're against development, it's just where it is.
Well, and it's the scope and scale of it. So there are development permissions already on that property from 8 to 14 stories roughly. And we can also take, as part of the Planning Act, a certain percentage of property for Parkland when there's a new redevelopment, when they're adding significant new units. So that's what our proposal, sort of counter proposal is. Look, shift your development farther to the east and give us what we are entitled to under the Planning Act in terms of parkland that can make Spencer Smith Park bigger. And their current proposal includes 0 additional parkland for the city and 2 towers, which are completely overdeveloped for that property. 30 and 35 stories is ridiculous.
Okay. Where is the budget proposal for the City of Burlington right now?
We just got the presentation this week. The budget books are out and public. We will have a series of discussions. There's a telephone town hall on the 19th of January that I'm hosting, so tune in for that. So the city portion of the tax increase is about 5%, and then there's of course regional taxes and police budget over and above that, and school board taxes. So all in, it's about 7% increase. It's a big number. But a lot of people have said in the past, bring in a budget that's roughly in line with inflation, and that's where inflation is sitting, and we're impacted as much by those costs as everyone else. We've seen construction costs, and this affects our ability to pave roads and build community centers and do renovations. 33% increase. Fuel costs going up. We're also playing catch up with growth. So we've had a huge population growth, higher than our projected numbers, and the services, the new community centers, the amenities, the parks have not kept up. So we need to catch up. We need to deal with rising costs. We're still facing reduced revenues from COVID on transit and parks and recreation. So So it's kind of, higher cost, lower revenue. So it's a bit of a perfect storm there. But this budget includes, there's no frills in it. There's no nice to haves. This is all priority items that people have asked for, like additional resources for coyote response, for bylaw enforcement. We're, of course, building a new community center at Robert Bateman High School. We're opening Skyway Arena, new state-of-the-art arena, NHL size. So there's lots of great things for the community.
Cuts.
And no cuts. No, we're. I mean, but the staff actually go through a line-by-line review of the budget every year, and usually trim about $1 million in savings just before they even get started on the budget. So.
Okay, so that town hall is coming up on the 19th. Our time has run out, but thanks very much, Marianne Meed Ward, for joining us, Mayor of Burlington.
Thank you.